All right. So I literally have a list right here in the order that they were presented. We're just gonna kind of roll through them, see what we think. See if you can help me remember everything. So they started the night off with Best Supporting Actor, and it was Kieran Culkin for A Real Pain. Now, I know you did not watch this. I literally just watched it last week because they just put it on Hulu. Um, I'm not just crazy about the movie, but Kieran Culkin is very, 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 very good. He delivers a very unique performance that's both like really funny and really, really heartbreaking. Uh, yeah, nah, he's really good. I can't even really remember who else was nominated in this category. Who was it? Like Jeremy Strong,
Dude
uh,
from Anora,
the dude from Ouroboros, yeah,
Guy Pearce,
Guy Pearce, yeah, no,
and somebody else. I can't remember.
it's okay. But I definitely think out of all the guys nominated, Kieran Culkin was the best performance. And if you watched A Real Pain, I feel like you'd agree with me. It's not a bad movie. It's just the subject matter is just a little deep and dark, kind of. So, but yeah, no. Shout out Kieran Culkin. He always gives a fun, entertaining speech. He's gonna put a bunch of babies in his wife.
Dude,
Good for him.
that
That was a funny
was it.
speech.
That was a pretty good speech.
Yeah.
That was pretty funny. You know, he he's a good dude, I think, and that's just somebody you root for to win. So good for him.
And I believe he's in Succession, right?
Yeah.
And I know he's won a ton of awards for Succession. So, yeah, very solid actor. Um, all right. Next, the next big award given out was for animated feature film. And Flow came out as the winner. It was nominated up against like Wild Robot, Inside Out, Wallace and Gromit, and something else. Um, again, I saw Flow. You did not. After you said you would, you need to watch it. It's just an hour and a half. It's on HBO. Very good, but I'm very glad that this won best animated film. I definitely think it was the best animated movie last year for sure. Um, like literally no dialogue at all. It's literally like the animation speaks for itself and tells the story. It's very, very unique animation that I've never seen before. And if you watched it, I know you would agree. But yeah, no, I'm pumped. Flow won. I know a lot of people might think Wild Robot should have won. But Wild Robot's a fantastic movie. I'm not gonna lie, I loved that movie too. But Flow is was definitely the best one, and you need to get on it and watch it. It's a great little any time of day watch, hour and a half, no dialogue, just pretty visuals and a really sweet little story. Plus, you have the cat wherever
Yeah,
he is.
he's running around somewhere.
Maybe he'll
Um,
run back in.
I thought this was a the only thing that I haven't heard really anything about was Memoir of a Snail.
Oh yeah, that's what
Um,
it was.
but I feel like this was actually a strong category. Like I feel like Flow, like everything I heard is great. Wild Robot was fantastic. Inside Out 2 was great. And Wallace and Gromit was great. So I feel like it was like a strong category.
Mhm.
Like I wouldn't have been mad with anybody like winning it. But everything like leading up to this, especially after like the Golden Globes and everything, like Flo is gonna be the obvious winner.
Mhm.
And look, he's right there. There he is.
Pick him up.
He's playing with I'm not getting him.
Nugget,
Um,
congrats on your
yeah,
Oscar.
congrats, Nugget, on your Oscar. Um, but yeah, no, it was very cool to see us. They were so excited to be there. They were so
Who they
excited to be
were.
a
Yeah, they
part
were
of
pumped.
it.
And first ever Academy Award for Latvia for a
Yeah.
film from Latvia. So good for them.
Can you hear that? Is that
No,
loud? Okay.
not really.
He's messing with a bag.
No, he's just very excited. He's partying. He's
Yeah.
partying after his win. Let's see what we got next. Goodbye, Nugget. Um, best costume design. That went to Wicked, right?
Yes.
I will say I think that's definitely the second best choice. Obviously, we both think Nosferatu should have won. And hell, I think Dune should have been nominated. Um, but I'm not upset with Wicked. I mean, the costumes were good. Like a movie like that doesn't work unless you have killer costumes. And I mean, obviously they're like very Broadway, inspired by the play and everything, but they're still, I mean, it still looks good. So I'm not just too upset. I do wish Nosferatu would have won, but
Yeah, I'm the same way. Not gonna complain about Wicked personally. I thought they did a very good job. Nosferatu though, like literally took my breath away with the costume design. I thought they did such a good job. Like it's really hard to like compliment. Wicked did a really good job at it too, and I get like them winning, but Nosferatu did such a good job on a movie that was just so like grayscale, black, white, gray was like the main colors. And they said they did such a good job with the costumes with those colors specifically. And Wicked did a great job too. The palette is beautiful in that movie, and it really did it justice. And Cynthia Erivo's like black, dress is a very like contrast to it, so they do a really good job with that. Not mad about Wicked. Nosferatu does deserve some credit for like what they did with that movie. Um, yeah, Nosferatu I wish, but not mad with Wicked either.
yeah, I'm not too mad about that either. And we can go ahead and skip to it. Wicked also won Best Production Design as well. Honestly, deservingly so. Like
Yeah,
the big dance numbers and everything,
yeah.
like everything looked good. I can't remember if Dune was nominated or not. Dune had great production design, but whatever. I think Wicked is, deserving of that as well. I
Hmm.
think those are the two awards that Wicked won, and I think those are two fair awards to
Yeah,
give to Wicked. So,
absolutely.
shout out Wicked. We both loved Wicked. I'm glad it got some recognition tonight. And also talking about Wicked, bro. That opening performance of Ariana and Cynthia, oh my God, bro, chills. I
Yeah,
saw
they were
people all
great.
over Twitter like saying that was like the best intro for any Oscars of our lifetime. Like it was really good, dude. Regardless of what you think about them and like how cringy they've kind of been on the press tour and everything, dude, that was an incredible performance.
Yeah, man, two super, super talented singers, and it really felt like they were singing like lip singing to along like a track or something. They're that good. It sounded just like the movie. They're incredible.
Yeah. Yeah, no, they were both great. Um, so the next awards, they were for the screenplays, original screenplay and adapted screenplay. Original screenplay was for Anora. And screenplay, for those of you that don't know, is basically like the writing,
Hmm.
the script. Yes, 100%. If this movie was a lock for anything, it's the writing. And whenever you do see it, I know you haven't seen it. Whenever you see Anora, you will understand like it is an unbelievable like writing. It's just people yelling at each other and stuff for 2.5 hours. It's chaotic and it's written very, very well. Very funny, kind of heartbreaking and emotional, but um, I'm stoked that this one. I'm stoked that Anor had the night that it did, but we'll keep talking about that later. And then for adapted screenplay, it was Conclave. I didn't see Conclave, so I can't really say much. I think that was the only award Conclave won tonight, but um, that's one of the few like big movies that I have not gotten to watch. But you need to watch Sonora. It's very, very good. I don't know if it's on streaming yet, but it is replaying in some theaters, so maybe you can check it out.
Um, I will say that they played a Hulu commercial and it said it was on Hulu, but I would imagine you have to pay for it. I don't know,
I don't know. Could be.
but there was a Hulu commercial and it said it had Nora, so
Hmm. I'm looking real quick. Sonora.
I don't have Hulu on my phone. But yeah, actually there were some people
No,
um
it's not.
saying that, Conclave didn't win as many awards as they thought, but obviously that's probably because Nora had a really big night. So,
Yeah, Nora did have a big night. Um, so those are both of the screenplays. Uh, what's next? Film editing, that was also a Nora, great edited movie. Um, Makeup and hairstyling, what did that go to? I can't remember.
Substance.
That was the substance. That was the substance. Um, yes. I mean, I probably would have given it to Nosferatu, uh, just for Bill Skarsgård's look alone, but the substance, yeah, no, I'm not upset about it at all. That's an awesome movie, and what they were able to pull off with like the practical effects and makeup and everything, very, very good. That's another movie you need to watch. Very, very good movie, and
I
I'm glad
wish,
it
yeah, I
won.
wish Nosferatu would have won like both categories it was nominated for. Maybe it was three it was nominated for. Um, Set design was the other one, production, whatever it was.
I don't.
Um, to go back to what was the one you just did before? Oh, editing, editing. I'm not gonna like. One thing I tell people is like, if it wins and I haven't seen it, I'm not gonna say anything about it because I didn't see it. But I can give my opinions about things that maybe should have been nominated. And I thought Challenger should have been nominated for film editing. I thought that the editing in that movie is very, very good. Um, so yeah, and that also should have came up. Have we gotten the score and song yet, or
No,
do we
we'll
skip
get to
that?
that, but yeah,
Yeah,
no.
no, I'll just say that.
Um, so yeah, Anora for film editing, Substance for makeup and hairstyling, deservingly so. And then we get actress in a supporting role, supporting actress. I'm brain farting. Who won that?
Zoe Saldana.
Zoe Saldana. Yeah, that's why I didn't remember. I mean, shout out Zoe Saldana. I saw like Jeff D'Lo tweeted. He was like, you know, good for her. She's got like the number one and two and three and five and six movies highest grossing, you know, on her resume. Why not add an Oscar to it? And apparently she actually is kind of good in the movie. So you know, I don't really care about that movie, but we like Zoe Saldana, so I mean, I guess good for her. We'll give her her claps. Best sound went to Dune.
Rightfully so.
Oh, let's go. That movie
Rightfully
sounds
so.
sick. The
Yeah.
sound of him riding the worm alone
Yes.
is deserving enough of an Oscar. Just that
Absolutely.
scene. Um, Unreal movie that we could just harp on for days and days, and it should have won literally everything. But hopefully, when the third one comes out, it will sweep similar to Lord of the Rings fashion. 'Cause I don't think the first two hardly won anything, and then Return of the King like swept. So hopefully it'll get that same treatment. I think it deserves it, but um, it also won Best Visual Effects.
Hmm.
Best Visual Effects for Dune, obviously deservingly so. There were some great movies nominated with like Planet of the Apes and I think Alien
Yep.
Romulus and I can't remember some of the others, but Dune Part Two, yeah, no, it was the best looking movie last year, 100%. We'll talk about other categories that it was snubbed in, but at least it won two Oscars. I think like it didn't win less Oscars than Emilia Perez. It tied it, so I'm not that upset. They both won
Um,
two.
yeah, man, people are gonna look back, and even you can look on social media now. Like people are very everyone's thinking the same thing that Dune Part Two not winning for a lot of different things, from director to best picture to Timothy
Score?
Chalamet not even being like nominated for that movie, which like it is what it is. But hopefully with Dune Messiah, they'll just push it back later in the year so people don't forget about it or go and watch it or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll see. Apparently the since like fans have been so, vocal about Dune 2, like Denis pushed it forward on his like schedule. So they're starting to shoot Dune 2, I think like this summer or something, and it's eyeing a release for next year, end of next year. So hopefully, we get Dune 3 in the next like year and a half or 2 years. So that would be sick. I know we're stoked for that one. Best original song went to El Mal for Amelia Perez. Whatever. I don't care. Let's see. Production design, we said that was Wicked. International feature film was I'm Still Here. I never saw that, but I did hear like great things about it.
I've heard.
It got nominated for I think Best Picture as well, and
Yeah.
um, uh, Didn't Fernanda Torres, she got
She
nominated.
did. I heard she was like a dark horse to win Best Actress.
Yeah. I
So
mean, I don't know. I didn't see it,
I've
but
heard it's incredible. I've heard that like, and they said tonight, which I don't know if this is right. This would be actually crazy for Best International Film. That was like the first one for Brazil.
it's been Brazil's been nominated 5 times. I think it said this was the first one. Yeah.
Good for them. Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard great things about that movie, and her Fernanda Torres performance is apparently just unreal.
Yeah.
So
Good for them.
congrats.
Um, what's next? Cinematography went to Brutalist. Brutalist, which I mean, yeah. Obviously, I think Dune had the best cinematography last year, and then I think Nosferatu had the second best cinematography last year. I don't even think it was nominated. Neither one of them were nominated, which is just a damn shame. But The Brutalist was a good like looking movie, a good shot movie. Um, I mean, it kept you captivated for 3.5 hours over a kind of, uneventful story, just a drama. But some of the shots and the way it was made, like, looked great. So I'm not too upset about that. I do think some movies were snubbed in the noms, um, but is what it is.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. Dune and Nosferatu both not being nominated is a crime. Um, but yeah, no, Brutalist. I remember telling you like it's just the way the camera is. It just like I've never like the same thing you just said. Like the story is not anything that's gonna be like, wow, what a story, right? Like, but the way it's shot is just awesome, and the lighting is perfect. When they use the absence of lighting, it's perfect. When they have like, dude, there are different parts of the movies. It felt like a different movie with the color grading.
Yeah,
Like it was very bright the first time they went up to the hill, and by the end of the movie, it's just rainy, gray, all that. It feels like a different movie, man. It's just really good. Um, and I'm not mad at that one. I think
yeah,
that is a well-deserved win
yeah. And
for sure.
another win for The Brutalist as well was for best score. It did have a good score. I don't think it though. It was a top three score last year. Um, we could go on and on and on about it. But Hans Zimmer not being nominated for Dune is an absolute war crime. I think out of every nomination in every category, I think this is the biggest snub is no Hans Zimmer for Dune Part 2. That score is unreal. Like unreal. Every time I hear it, unreal. I saw Hans Zimmer live a couple weeks ago and he opened with Dune. Oh my God, I cannot begin to describe just the chills that run through my body. Like, I'm very, very pissed that it did not even get nominated, much less win. Challengers had an elite score last year. Um, it should have been nominated. The Substance, I believe, was nominated. Maybe I can't remember, but the Substance was a great score as well. I'm not mad the Brutalist one. It did have a good score, but man, they messed up by not at least recognizing Hans Zimmer and um, uh, Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross for challengers.
Yeah, no, how is it possible? Okay, you picked the Brutalist, fine, whatever, not a bad score. Okay, it would like I wouldn't even been as mad if they forgot one or the other. How you leave off both Dune and Challengers?
Yeah,
That's unreal. And you see it all over Twitter. All over Twitter, both of those scores were all over the place. And why do you sit here and you're telling people like, all right, we're gonna give the award to the best, right? You didn't have either of the best two nominated.
yeah,
You went over two, you forgot both of them.
yeah. No, it's just a bunch of idiots that vote that hardly even watch the movies, as we've seen the past couple weeks on Twitter and their interviews and stuff. Just makes me mad, but is what it is. We can't change that. But I mean, Brutalist, yeah, good score. Definitely should have been Hans or challengers,
Also,
but
want to say this too, like I do love Dune 2 score too, but like the challengers is so unique. How is that not on there?
yeah, yeah.
How is that not? Because you made an excuse for Dune 2. They made an excuse to not put him on there. The challengers that for challengers they just didn't put him on there, which I think is worse.
Oh wait, the substance wasn't even nominated. So the best three scores weren't even nominated. Unreal. Whatever.
You made an
Uh,
excuse for Dune 2, and then you say, yeah, challengers was whatever. How? What?
yeah, I don't know.
Dude, that's
Uh,
the yeah, yours. That might have
ugh.
been the worst category of the night.
Yeah, no, it was. I remember texting you. I said I don't care. Like as soon as they started. Um, and then the last award for the Brutalist went to Mr. Adrian Brody. For best actor. Yes, I agree. Um, regardless of what you think about the movie, whether you think, maybe kind of long and boring, um, there's no denying his greatness in this movie. I already think he has one of the greatest acting performances of all time in The Pianist, and this was basically kind of a follow-up to that. Um, he was great in the movie. I know it was like a race between him and Timmy C because Timmy C won the SAG award last week, and he's like our favorite guy in the world right now. But he's only 29, I think. He's got his whole career to win an Oscar, and he's going to win tons. Um, I'm glad Adrian Brody got this. I think he deserved it for sure.
Um, I do want to make a point, like people that are mad about Timmy C not winning. He was nominated for the wrong movie.
He was
Let's
nominated for the wrong movie. I
let's
agree.
let's back up. If you would have told me Timmy's first Oscar was not for Dune Part Two, I'd been like, yeah, right. Okay, so no, Adrian Brody definitely. If you're comparing Adrian Brody to like Dune Two, Timmy C, now we're gonna have an argument.
Mm,
So yeah, no, Adrian Brody was fantastic,
yeah.
fantastic.
You got to
Emotional
have a good
performance.
performance to like keep people engaged in a movie like that.
Absolutely. You don't see a lot of actors can't enthrall you, keep you like invested for 3.5 hours. Adrian Brody already showed how elite he was in The Pianist, and he goes back and he just does another good job here. The emotional, and you can kind of tell how much he's matured too between the two films. Like
Mhm.
he is
Yeah,
just
he got married, had kids and stuff.
yeah,
Yeah,
he's
and
very,
he took a
very
break from acting for a while.
he's very, very good at this. And he's very, very good in this movie. And emotionally, like you feel for him the whole movie. So yeah, no, he was great, and he definitely deserves this.
Yep. Um, and then the last three awards that we're going to talk to all went to the same movie. Best director went to Sean Baker for Nora. I'm not upset with that. Denny should have gotten a nom. Whatever. We're not going to harp on that. Everybody knows how we feel. But Sean Baker did a great job with Anora. Whenever you watch it, you'll agree. I mean, it's a wonderfully shot and edited and written movie. Um, all of which he won Oscars for tonight. And then you got Mikey Madison as Best Actress. Yes, 100% yes. She was 100% the best in this category this year. I know Demi Moore like had some hype, but I'm glad that Mikey Madison won. She definitely deserved it. Um, it was kind of cool. Sean Baker was able to thank Tarantino for casting Mikey Madison in Once Upon a Time, because if it wasn't for that, he might have never found her.
Right, right.
Kind of full circle. And then obviously Anora won Best Picture. So Anora damn near swept every category it was in. It went 5 for 6. I'm happy with that. I think out of all of these movies, like Anora and The Brutalist and like the Archie Farchie movies that get nominated, The Substance, whatever. I think Anora is the best one for sure. Um, fantastic movie, fantastic acting all the way around, fantastic directing. Um, I'm just glad Emilia Perez didn't win. Dune should have won, but that's okay. Anora is a great movie. Whenever you watch it, I know you're gonna love it. Um, yes. So congrats to Anora. on the big night. Congrats
Big
to Mike
winner.
Madison and Sean
Big,
Baker. I saw Sean Baker was the first ever director or the first ever person to win for best directing, best editing, best screenplay, and best picture. He like won all four of the awards he was nominated for. He's the first ever director to do that. Super cool, I think. So good for him.
and he
Uh,
gave one of the best
he gave
speeches
a
of all
hell of a
time.
speech. One of his speeches was
Go to the damn movie theaters.
go to the movies. Go to the
Come
movie.
on.
Yeah, that was cool. He used that moment to say
Yeah,
that.
absolutely. Like, you can talk about anything.
Yeah.
And, like some people don't even pay attention to the speeches, but like that is something that is very like, especially an event like that where where people are coming together to watch movies. And it is a sense of community, dude. Just think about all the good movies we've seen together, and people are laughing, they're cheering, they're standing up in their seat, and it literally feels like you're one big family. You got to go to the movie theater to watch these movies. He's
Yeah.
absolutely right.
Yeah.
That's why they make them.
Yeah. Yeah, nah, dude. Good for him. I'm glad he did that with one of his speeches. Um, and then before we wrap up Oscars, that's all the winners and everything. What'd you think of Conan? I think Conan did a good job.
I was very actually like I have no like opinion on Conan. He's just kind of there for me always. Like he's a celebrity I just don't really like even think about. When you think about hosts, you think about Trevor Noah or Nikki Glazer or Jimmy Kimmel, all those people, Jimmy Fallon even. Um, but yeah, no, like he did a great job tonight. I thought he did a pretty good job. I think all the people that presented awards did a really good job. They had some really cool like duos come up, and I thought
Yeah.
that was pretty cool. And yeah, I can't stop thinking about the opening. I really can't.
Yeah, the opening was unreal. But yeah, I think Conan did a good job. You could tell like he had the energy. A lot of Oscars hosts are just kind of mundane and boring. But he had the energy all night. Didn't really dive too deep into like political jokes, which is kind of refreshing because I feel like that's what you always get. That's what we would have gotten with Kimmel, you know. But I think Conan did a good job. The James Bond tribute was kind of eh. I don't know. I think they should have gotten the actual singers for those songs,
I couldn't get Adele. I'm confused.
like Adele or Billy. Like, come
Was
on.
Adele busy?
Um, I will say Lisa's cover of "Live and Let Die" was really
Yeah,
good. I
absolutely.
enjoyed that
No, that
one.
was good. Also, why do this year when a James Bond movie did not come out?
I saw that. I saw someone tweeted that too. Yeah, I don't know. Kind of random.
Didn't one
It's
just
weirdly coming off of the news that like the IP of James Bond just got sold to Amazon like last week. So that's just kind of weird timing. Yeah, like the creator of James Bond basically like sold the franchise to Amazon. So, which is weird,
we should have
but
just got who was going to play the new James Bond. We should have got the new actor.
maybe it's Margaret Qualley.
It's Doja Cat. It's
That's why
Doja
she's
Cat.
in it. It's Doja Cat. But yeah, so we made it through another Oscars. I'm excited to see, what we get next year. And I can't wait for the Dune 3 Revenge Tour.
Timmy C fans, do not worry.
They're coming for everything. Zendaya, Timmy C, Florence, Denis, The Sandworm. Everyone's winning everything. Best picture, best director, best score. It's going to sweep, and I can't wait for it.
Absolutely.